in the Carolinas. It's Russ. It's Les. It's the Man Space Podcast. Take it away, fellas.
Thank you, voice girl, and welcome once again to another edition of the Man Space Podcast. Now, this is the voice of Russ, and with me, as always, is a man who's trying to rush out summer so he can get to pumpkin spice season. The one and only Big Les.
Man, what's up, bro?
What's going on, man?
Man, why you gotta lie to him like that, man? They know I don't like pumpkin spice, man.
You put on an act last time we tried that pumpkin spice
Bruh,
stuff.
I didn't. I can't do it, man. I can't smell it. My wife love it too. She's like, oh, this smells so good. I was like, not in here.
So, since we didn't do it on video last time, we got to do it again, right?
Oh, Lord. All right. I'm gonna have to give me some liquor to go with it and see what brown liquor tastes better with pumpkin spice. Oh my God!
Hey, that might be how we do it next time.
Hey, well, I might have. I'm a brown liquor drinker, so.
But let me ask you this,
what's up,
man.
Brother? What's up, man?
Have you ever just had something that you just wanted so bad that you could actually taste it?
Yeah, there's a few things in life, I'm sure. Don't ask me to recall. Oh no!
The Mainspace Podcast talking about food again.
Here we go, man.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
So I went to DC this past weekend, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know. Have you ever had birria tacos?
I've seen them online quite a bit.
That's the way I was. I've seen them online, and I think they looked amazing. I've been wanting to try them, but Mrs. Russ has this thing of the way they look where she just doesn't want to try them.
So I don't blame her because they don't look that appetizing to me.
To me, they look amazing.
Okay, I'm not about that life.
But I've been wanting to try them, but I won't make them just because she's on this whole the look thing.
Yeah.
So we went to DC, and the hotel we were staying at, right across the street was a place that did birria tacos, right?
Oh, well,
so
you had to. You had to try.
I'm just like, okay, I'm getting these things. They're on my mind.
Right.
We got to the hotel so late that it were already closed, right?
Yeah.
So the next day we go to this event. They had free food at the event. I'm not touching it because all I'm thinking of is when this is over, I'm getting birria tacos. That's it. We get in the car. The wife's like, "Oh, you want to go over here for dinner?" Nope. I'm going back to the hotel because I'm getting birria tacos. I'm in the car and I'm just thinking about I'm doing a little dance and everything. Birria tacos. I got a whole thing going, right?
Oh man, I can see her face now. Like,
yeah, she was quite disgusted because the whole thing, right?
I know she was.
And I'm like, I showed her the whole menu and everything. Like, okay, there's more stuff, so you can get something else, but I'm getting these tacos, right?
Yeah.
Pulled up in front of the hotel. They got valet, so I'm sitting there waiting on the valet to show up.
Look at you balling
look
out.
Over.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the only way. I wasn't balling out. That's the only way you could park in the hotel. There was no other option.
You balling with tacos. That's what I'm talking about.
This wasn't that type of trip.
Yeah.
But I look over and I'm like, the lights are not on.
Oh no.
I'm like, are they closed?
Oh,
did they close early? I start looking them up. They're closed on the weekend. They don't open again until Monday.
What?
You talk about the look of hurt.
That was so disappointing. Oh
my God.
I know.
I was just straight disgusted.
See, I have a problem with I get it because I understand economics, right? But here's the thing. I have a problem with some of the local area places that I would frequent. They, soul food, stuff like that. Things that you want to get. But they close at 6:00.
Right. or they're not open
or they're not
consistently.
been consistently. Exactly. So I'm like, are they open today or are they not?
Right.
But then I'm like, okay, it's 5, 6 o'clock on the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go grab some chicken wings or whatever. How come you're closed?
Right.
This is the time where people want to eat things.
We had a place not far from us that used to serve these sticky wings. They were amazing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we would go there after church, come rolling through, get some food after church, head home. Wasn't a big deal. We'd actually see people from my church that would drive like 20 miles out of their way to come to this
Just to
place
go get
to
it.
get the
Yeah.
sticky wings, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You come by there one Sunday, they're not open. The next Sunday, they're not open. You just randomly drive by. Oh, they're open. Next Sunday, they're not, you don't know.
That's horrible, man.
I'm like, how can you stay in business? Well, they actually went out of business now, but I'm like, it's typical of places of a certain ethnicity.
I knew you were going there. I knew it. But it's absolutely right. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a certain fish place
Demographic. Yeah.
near where you used to live.
Oh,
That was the same way.
Yes.
You go by there one day, it's like, oh, this is great. You go by there the next week, same day, same time, it's not open, or they closed an hour early. I'm like,
Jesus said they had to close, bro. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
I'm not gonna co-sign with you, and I'm not going with you on this one.
I'm just saying. That's all I'm gonna
get out of
say
this
about
one.
it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, you're gonna call me Michael Phelps.
I know exactly the place you're talking about. And that is one of the establishments I was speaking on when I made the comment. I go there one day. I'm like, oh, okay. The wife wanted some fish. And I was going to get some wings. They okay. The wife likes the fish because they sell a particular fish she likes.
Right.
I'm thinking it's 5:30. I just got off of work. I'm headed home. Right?
Why wouldn't they be open?
Yeah. I said, babe, call it in.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'll swap through and pick it up.
Right.
Man, I'm like 5 minutes away. And the old lady calling like, they said they closing in 10 minutes.
Yes.
I said, what? Yeah, they're closing. The sign has been on the door. We don't come here every day. We don't see no sign on the door.
But it was one thing during COVID. We know COVID changed a lot.
Yeah, COVID did a lot of things.
The place that you're speaking of, this was way before COVID.
Bruh, yes, it was. Because I don't live by over that way no more. So it was before COVID, right? Yeah. I said, oh my God, man. And then I had to hear, well, I don't know what else there is for us to eat. I'll eat anything,
Mistake, bro.
Yeah,
mistake.
She always say, you the picky one. I'm picky. I just don't.
My wife does the same thing to me.
Yeah, I'm not picky. I just know what I don't want. You know what I mean?
I get her with that though.
Yeah.
Because she'll say, "What do you want?" I don't care, dear. She'll say, "Red Lobster." I don't want Red Lobster.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm saying
I'll turn that one down in a heartbeat.
That's why she do me the same. See, dude. Now it was one time, like I don't eat Applebee's, right? And I rarely eat McDonald's. I really don't do. I'd rather have Burger King than McDonald's, right?
Really?
Yeah. The burgers. I think the burger is better at Burger King. Everything else sucks. But I eat the burger and some cold onion rings. Because you can't never get them hot. I don't care if they came out the grease, bro. As soon as they hit the open air, it's a wrap.
That is so true.
It's a wrap.
So true.
I mean, seriously, bro. I mean, I asked for fresh onion rings, watched them. I sat there and waited 12 minutes.
Right.
I seen him pull them out the grease. I seen him put them in the little carrying thing.
Yeah.
Put them in the bag. Soon as I got to the car, opened up the bag, got one, it was warm. I got the second one, it was cold. I was like, I don't even know how to explain this. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it, bro.
It's
But
so true.
They fries. I'm trying to tell you, I put them in a slingshot and knock a bird out the air. I mean, and just don't get me started on fast food. First of all, COVID did a lot of things. COVID not fast food on the top of their head.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Absolutely.
And it has never come back since.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right about that. Because the closest fast food place to me was a Burger King.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to start adjusting their hours because they couldn't get anybody to work. Some days they'd be open at 6, other days they didn't open till 11. And
bro, I went to a Bojangles, man. This for people who don't know what a Bojangles is, it is a Kentucky Fried Chicken or Popeyes. It's in the southern states, right? It's southern
a Carolina
states.
thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I pull up to the thing and like, hi, how can we help you? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get an 8-piece and this, that, and the other. I'm sorry, we don't have any bone-in chicken. Well, okay, well, tell me what you got. All we have now is chicken, the filet sandwich, the spicy chicken sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that. Why y'all still open? Close the doors. Our truck didn't come today. Lady, I had some real choice words, but she just worked there.
Yeah, it's not her fault.
It's not her fault. But it wasn't the first time. Go there.
I've experienced.
Go there after 8 o'clock. Go there after 8 o'clock. We don't have no bone-in chicken. We're not serving bone-in chicken. We'll close then.
Bruh, I went to Popeyes.
Oh Lord.
We ain't got no chicken.
Stop talking about my people like that. Stop talking about my people like that.
Oh man.
Oh. Well, see, and up north, Popeyes is, I ain't gonna lie to you, they way better than they are down south. The best place I've ever had Popeyes was New Orleans.
New Orleans.
That's the best place I ever had Popeyes.
Mm-hmm. You wouldn't think that there would be that much of a difference between. It is a huge. Yeah, it is a huge difference.
New Orleans the second place that had the best Popeyes was in Michigan.
Mm.
And we've traveled quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the second best place.
Mm.
Man, boy, I'll go to the end of the month, boy. Get the end of the month special. 30 pieces of chicken for $19.99. Boy, we're going to eat for 2 days.
Oh, man. But we got to get out of this one.
Let me stop talking. Yeah, you bring food up all the time.
Hey, well, okay.
We can talk about it. We both got that in us. Yeah.
But speaking of food, we're going to tie this into our guest here. Manspace Nation, we got a special guest joining us, and longtime listeners of the show can remember hearing him back in season 3 on episode 108, Man versus Jam and Jelly. Well, he is back with us to discuss the latest happenings in Mission Jam and Jelly. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the author and creator of Mission Jam and Jelly, Mr. Shawn Beach.
What's happening?
What's up?
Thank y'all for having me. I'm happy to be back. Y'all got me over here. Need to get some food or something now, man. Yeah, for real.
We're used to recording around this time, so we know how to plan it. So it's like we're. Yeah.
What it is? What y'all talk? How you say it? Birria taco? What kind of
Birria
taco?
tacos.
Birria tacos.
Never heard of it. Never heard
It's
of
like
it.
it's like shredded beef and this
It's
sauce.
Have you ever had a French dip?
Yeah, that's.
I mean, I know what that is.
Yeah.
So it's like a French dip of tacos.
Yeah.
They cook the meat and the sauce and everything that comes up is like a tomato-y type sauce that comes up. They dip the tortilla into it to get the tortilla wet. Then they grill it and put the meat in it with some cheese and onions, fold it over, and then they give you some of the sauce on the side to dip the tacos in after it's cooked. Yeah, man. It looks amazing. But I've been wanting to try it for years and I can't find them. Just can't. No luck.
Yeah, well, you're just not looking at. You in the right spot for them.
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
No.
They're not here. You might be in the right spot for them. No. I'm down here in Bumpkinville, and in Bumpkinville, they are not here.
I'm just in I'm in North Bumpkinville, so Shawn, what's been going on with you, man?
Just writing.
Yeah,
you know, this summer I took a lot of time off this summer to just lock in and write. You know, just to. So I know this school year is coming up, and it's gonna be a busy season. So yeah.
That's what's up, man.
It's been a year, a little over a year since we last had you on the show, man. So you know, been checking out what you've been doing on social media and everything, and I mean, you've been busy. You know, especially doing a lot of the shows within the school system and everything. I mean, we're really proud of all the work that you've been doing over this last year.
That's awesome.
Appreciate
That's real
that,
awesome, man.
And likewise. Y'all got new things going on over here. We got the video now. You got new effects, sound effects.
Oh yeah, we're always trying to change stuff up now.
Hey man,
I love it.
Gotta do what you gotta do out here in these streets, baby.
That part.
That's right. That part. So right off the bat, man, for those listeners that are new, can you share to the Manspace Nation what Mission Jam and Jelly is all about?
So Jam and Jelly, it's a children's book series. I use the term children lightly because it's really for all ages, but it's an action book series. Jam and Jelly are superheroes who save the day. Each book is kind of a different mission and a life lesson. So it's fun for me because I get to be a big kid, and you know, it's fun for anybody who reads it because, you know, whether you're a child, you get the life lesson out of it. Some of these life lessons are valuable to adults as well.
Right.
And there's been people 50 years old collecting the books, you know, and just believing that it's going to be something much bigger than books, you know, one day.
Absolutely.
See,
absolutely.
It's got your name on it, man. That's what it is.
Yes, sir.
That's all that is.
Sir.
So now, let me ask you this, because you mentioned the life lessons. Are any of the life lessons stuff that went through that you experienced in your childhood and growing up?
Oh yeah, every life lesson I write about is something that I went through, something I'm still going through. They're all life lessons. So book 1, facing your fears. Book 2, being friends with somebody who's different. You know, book 3, thinking for yourself, being a leader. Book 4 just came out about 2 weeks ago, and that's about forgiving others. And you know, like I said, these topics like forgiveness is something that we still need to practice a lot. I know I need to practice that for sure. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, I resonate with the one with being friends with, you know, other people. You know, because Russ, man. I mean, look at the dude.
He's tough to be friends with.
Woo, man. Man, I tried. That's a whole nother story right there.
He tests my limits every week.
Hey, y'all look like y'all making it work though. Y'all got the podcast rolling.
Hey man, we do what works best for us, you know?
Absolutely.
You know, I only talk to him like every other day than every day because
you only talk to him on podcast days.
Yeah, because I can't take him, man. You know what I mean? No, let me stop messing around. So, Shawn, your lead characters, Jam and Jelly, how did you approach the process of developing turning a fruit group into relatable and engaging characters for your children's comic book?
Yeah, so that's just creativity. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
very blessed that God gave me that gift. And I put a lot of work into this gift. It sounds kind of crazy to say that, you can put work into being creative, but
Mhm.
that's all I was doing, since the time I've been a kid.
Mm-hmm.
In elementary school, I would, just rush to get home. I play with a cloth, like I told y'all before.
Yeah,
I had a
yeah.
cloth and I would make all these ideas. I do that for hours and hours every day. Like same way an athlete goes to practice,
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I was playing with that cloth and creating storylines in my head over and over
Right.
and over again with different characters. And so all of that work has, led to Jam and Jelly and, more to come.
Awesome.
So, were a lot of these stories that you're telling right now, as far as the characters, were all these things that came from childhood? As far as the characters themselves, were these characters developed from your childhood?
So Jam and Jelly, I had the idea for them since college.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, some of the ideas I've had earlier
Mhm.
before Jam and Jelly will be coming
Right.
out too. It's all going to be connected in one way or the other.
Right. Right. Okay. You mentioned earlier that the books are really for everybody, but who are you really targeting when you first started trying to design the books? Like, was there a specific age group that you were really trying to target, even though the books are kind of for everybody?
Yeah, I would say elementary, middle school. That's what I
Mhm.
started off with, just because I had experience working in the school system
Right.
at a middle school, and then with various elementary schools. I start
Mhm.
kind of, just talking about my stories, and the kids
Right.
it became a thing where the students would, Mr. Shawn, when are you gonna release the books that you're telling us about? When are you gonna do this and that and this and that?
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And now I'm just grateful enough to do this. Like this is what I do, is my job, and I still, mentor a lot of the students, help them write their books
Right.
and use their creativity too. So
Oh, okay.
There
Yeah.
you go.
mhm.
There you go. So, what is the process from creating your storylines? And how long does it take to go from the idea to the finished product?
A good question. And it's different on each book,
Mhm.
less like one book would take me, let me see, the longest I took to write a book might have been 3 months, three,
Mhm.
4 months. That was my second book. I think that
Mhm.
was because I felt pressure because the first
The
book
first
had
book.
such a great response.
It
And I'm
did.
like, man.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
I wasn't even thinking like, okay, I have to have something ready to go.
Right.
I was just like, I wonder what this first book is going to do. And so I'm like, I gotta have a good storyline, a good lesson. It has to tie in.
Yeah.
And so after that second one, I kind of got back on a little roll, and
Mhm.
I can usually get them done in about 2 months.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And being
Month.
this is your full-time gig though, right? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, sir.
All
This
right.
is what I do. Like, I try to write every day.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
right now, I'm feeling like I'm locked in. I'm in a zone, and I just want to keep writing and writing.
Mhm.
And that's tough too, because I have a life outside of just
Right.
writing. So I have
Yeah.
to balance that. That's the tough part. I'm still working on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
still working on it too, but it's been quite a while.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
Well,
That balance.
Manspace Nation, we need to take a quick break, and we're gonna come back with more with Shawn Beach. All right after this. Welcome back to the Manspace Podcast. This is Russ, Les, and we are joined by Shawn Beach. So we
Yes,
got
sir.
a game for you. We know last time you were here, you played a couple of games with us.
Oh,
Well, we got
yeah.
a different game this time. And this time we're
Okay.
going to do a little bit of called Would You Rather. Basically, Les is just going to read you out a question. And we just kind of know, would you rather this? Would you rather that? And why? Just kind of giving the
you can go high
idea so that
level.
way,
Yeah.
so the Manspace Nation can kind of get into your mind a little bit and how
Hey,
you think.
I like how he leaned into it.
I-
Yeah, he ready. He ready for it now.
So You said I gotta have a why too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So in the superhero realm, what would you rather have the ability to fly like a bird or swim like a fish, and why?
Fly like a bird.
Okay.
Feel like it'd be harder for villains to get me if I can fly. You know.
All right.
What about you, Les? What would you take on that one?
Man, I'm gonna swim like a fish, baby. You know why?
Really?
Yeah, because
you got other predators in the water now that can easily get you there.
You didn't ask me what predator I was going to be. See, I'm not going to be a minnow, cuz I'm like an orca whale or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that fits you.
Exactly. You know what I mean? I eat dolphins for dinner, you know? But the reason I say that is because the ocean, this earth is 70% water, right? And it's only 30% or less has been discovered. So I like to be in the honeycomb hideout, baby.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Piggybacking on that, I am extremely interested in the ocean, though. Like,
really?
Oh, really?
It's the most fascinating and it's the most scariest thing I can think of.
Yeah, it is probably the most scariest thing. It's in my top 3. That's for sure. Yeah. So I don't mess with it. All right, let's move on. Next one for you. Here you go.
Russ, what's your answer? You didn't.
Oh, he don't like.
I'm like you.
He gonna say it. He gonna be a bird.
No. I'm like you. I'd rather be a bird. I'd rather fly. You know, I want to be above the mess.
He don't want to be a seagull eating people's hot dogs off their grill.
You know what happens? Everybody dumps their waste into the water. I'd rather be up in the air so I can be above it all.
Well, you go fly through pollution. I get it. All right. Here you go, Shawn. Would you rather travel back in time to meet your ancestors or travel to the future to meet your descendants, and why? Ooh, that's a good one.
That is a really good
best question somebody has ever asked me.
That is a good one.
While he's thinking, you got an answer to that?
I'm thinking too, bro.
Yeah.
But I have this fascination with my roots. Why I like some of the music that I like. Why I like some of the foods that I like. Why does it just little quirks about myself, and then being the ethnic group that we are, little was known past 3 or 4 generations. So I really want to try to connect some of those dots, and it's extremely hard to connect some of those dots, even though even with some of the things in my family, the ethnic groups and stuff like that within my family, it's still hard to trace your roots back. So I would love to go back 8 generations, and meet some of my ancestors and kick it with them, But that's
that's real.
Yeah.
I think you just inspired my answer. Yeah. Inspire me. Right. I think it'd be cool, like you said, to just really say you could spend a day with your ancestors and really experience that, whatever that is. Whether that's I think that would be the most life-changing thing I could do, would be that, to take that choice.
See, for me, I'm the complete opposite. I would rather meet my future descendants, because I would rather know that the things that I'm doing now has
setting them up
for them in the future.
Yeah.
So that's why I would rather meet the future descendants, because there's some stuff that's happened in our past that I don't want to be part of. And I
didn't say I wanted to be a part of it.
I don't want to go back and sit there and be sitting on the porch and get mistaken for something, and next thing you know, there's a whip across my back. I mean, that's a bad example, but still, I'd rather know that what I'm doing is making an impact on the future. So I'd rather meet my future descendants.
I appreciate that. I could appreciate that
answer. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That was a great question right there, man.
Yeah, that was good. Shout out to the writers. You know, we got people now. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look, I told y'all things changing around here.
We got people now. We got people, baby. No. All right, let me ask you this. Would you rather have the ability to speak and understand any language or be a master at playing a musical instrument?
Oh, easy. Any language.
Any language.
Any language.
Mm-hmm.
That's impressive. You
Yeah.
know, I have a dream to do that today, like going into a restaurant and ordering my food using the different language. Yeah, easy. That's easy for me.
Man, I can barely speak English. I don't know if I want to do that one.
We know you struggle there.
Hey, I know how to speak Ebonics. That count?
It does not.
It don't.
But it don't.
It's in the dictionary.
I'm with you guys on that one. I'd rather be a master of multiple languages. Like I have a friend of mine who speaks like 6 different languages, maybe more, but I know she speaks at least 6. And I'm like fascinated, like, okay, like which language do you actually dream in? You know, when you or it's like when you're having your thoughts, like which one of these languages are your thoughts in? You know, I'm always fascinated by that stuff and being able to sit there in multiple different environments and know what's going on around you at all times. Yeah, I'd rather be able to master those languages.
See, I'd rather do the music.
Really?
It's a uniter. Everybody. If you can master all playing musical instruments, all the musical instruments, you can transcend across all groups.
You could, yeah. You could, but you don't like people.
I don't.
So why would you want to?
But I do like music.
You know, wouldn't you like to know when somebody's talking about you?
Nah, I don't care because then I have to fight if they, if I really found out.
But you say,
you go into the Chinese restaurant and they're like, "Oh, he's back again."
I want chicken wings and shrimp fried rice, lady. Fry my wings hard.
If you mastered the music, though, everybody would have great things. I mean, you'd get great reactions.
That's right. Everybody would have great things to say about you. You know, so you have to think about the positive side, Russ.
Prince was a person who was a master of multiple instruments.
Can't nobody say they hated Prince other than Michael Jackson.
But deep down, there are a lot of people that don't like Prince.
Yeah.
And those are the people that, you know, well.
He was nasty. And then later, when he became Jehovah's Witness, he got, yeah. And what? Everybody got to learn,
So you wasn't into Prince back in the Darling Nikki days?
Bruh, a little red Corvette. Yep. I could name about 7 to 8, 10, 12 of them.
Okay.
I'm a Prince fan to this day.
All right, we're not gonna test your knowledge.
Don't do it.
I feel like if I was back then, I would have been rocking with. Not saying I wouldn't have been rocking with Prince, but I would have been Rick James.
Oh, I'm a Rick James fan too.
I bump Rick James now. I bump some Rick James.
What? Boy,
have you gone back and looked at some of those videos he did back in the day?
Bruh.
They are hilarious, man.
Bruh. Him, cameo dude with the big red cup.
Oh my, yes. Those things are hilarious. I can't believe we used to listen to that stuff, but those things are hilarious to watch now.
No, the one that gets
Shawn,
me.
do yourself a favor after this and just YouTube some Rick James videos. You will get some good laughs off of these things.
Oh yeah.
One of my favorite songs ever, that Ebony Eyes. Y'all heard it?
Oh yeah.
That one? Yeah, that's
yes.
Oh, come on, man.
Y'all know a little something. See, look, y'all ain't even know that.
Come on, man.
Don't sing, Les.
I ain't gonna sing it. I ain't gonna sing it though. I ain't gonna sing it. Who did he sing that song with?
Smokey. Yeah, Smokey Robinson, right?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. But There's a female artist. If we talk about music, I'll do a quick parlay. They
Okay.
used to sing with Rick James quite often.
Mm-hmm.
And she was one of the best female singers of the time, but
Really?
did not get her props like she should have. Tina Marie.
Mm-hmm. Because she got what's that? Her hit song.
She
What's
done
her-
had plenty of them. Portuguese Love.
Yeah.
All Ebony Eyes.
She got another song. Can't think of it.
Shoot, she got tons of them. But she's done a Fire. What's that one? Fire and Desire with Rick James.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But Tina didn't get what she was. She was a beast.
Mm.
Yeah.
But she was one of the first in that ethnic group to cross over into the R&B like that. You know.
Mm.
So, Russ, you don't like Tina Marie, bro?
I really wasn't that much of a fan. I mean,
No?
she has some good songs, but I wasn't that much of a fan.
Tina Marie, boy, she's a beast. Gotta give it to her, man. If you like Rick James, you gotta like Tina Marie, bro.
Now,
You're not saying you like Rick James.
I wasn't a big Rick James fan.
That's right. You a Michael Jackson fan. That's right.
I was actually a Prince fan.
Oh God.
But I mean, I really wasn't that much of a Rick James fan.
Okay. Well, who was your favorite artist back in the day?
I did like bands. So I was a big fan of Morris Day and the Time, Mint Condition.
That's a Prince.
You know,
Morris Day and Time is a Prince collaboration.
It's a Prince,
That's
but
right.
I like Morris Day and the Time was like, if I hear anything that they do, I'm gonna stop what I'm doing to listen to the song. I love their music. Mint
Crazy.
Condition was probably like my favorite of
I like
all.
Mint Condition.
Yeah, you know, I was a big Jodeci fan.
Yeah.
You know, so
But see, that ain't old school, man. You talking about doing your time.
I mean,
I'm talking about your mom and your daddy, your mom and your pappy
man.
time. You know,
I mean, for me,
once you used to sit around in the living room with your mom and daddy used to play.
Man, that was, you know, my mom was always Commodores.
Mm.
You know, because coming up in Alabama, you know, the Commodores, right down the road, you know,
Lionel Richie. Yeah, all right.
Yeah. So it was a lot of Commodores, a lot of the Isley Brothers, and you know, Earth, Wind, and Fire for me.
Mine was Teddy. Turn them off. That's what my daddy used to holler down the hallway, talking about turn out them lights. I used to
Smooth
say,
right there. Yeah.
I just say, yes, Teddy. He'd be like, what you say? I said, okay, daddy. You know what I mean? So he thought I was talking about something else, but it's all good.
Man, so jumping back into the questions here. So when you're in your writing process, you know, have you ever just like come up with like writer's block where it's just not working, or you put something to paper and you thinking and you're about done and you go back and read it like, this is just not good, and just, you know, it doesn't work. And so how do you overcome that?
Like, my technique is to just write. For instance, this last book I just wrote whatever idea was in my head. And after I got everything kind of out my head, I realized it was doing too much.
Right.
I'm the type of writer where I don't, even when I go see a movie, I don't necessarily like when there's too much going on. Even though I'm writing these cartoon books, it's going to sound crazy, I want them to feel like this could actually happen.
Right.
And
Gotcha.
So to do that, I have to make sure that I get everything out, try to simplify it. And my process of doing that is to just let everything out first, go back and read it, and erase and edit afterwards. I try not to, and I'm learning that about myself. I think I work better when I'm not editing so much as I'm writing, because that's stopping the process.
Okay.
You can get out of your own way. That's good.
Yeah. I don't really have too much writer's block. I don't really have too much writer's block. For me, it's more so just focusing in on all the ideas I have.
That's interesting because I sat there and I actually wrote a little kid's book not too long ago, and it didn't take me long to put it together. And after I sat back and I started trying to put it all together, I'm like, this sucks, and it's threw it away. It just never went back to it.
Hey, if it sucks to you, then it probably does, because you're the person that it has to matter to the most.
And that is so true. And that's one of the things about this show, right?
Yeah.
And putting this show together, when we started out, like, it was, if the content wasn't good to me, because that's what I felt like I needed to appeal to. I couldn't appeal to everybody, right? I had to make sure that what we were doing was good to us. And if people liked it, they liked it. If they didn't like it, oh, well, sorry. But, we wanted to make sure that we entertained ourselves. And in the process of entertaining ourselves and doing the show, we wanted, more and more people started to gather on and started to tune into what we were doing.
Stop trying to make it so, black and white. To just be organic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
When you start catering to other people, that's when you start going down the downhill slope, and it starts to feel like work, because now you have it becomes bigger than everybody, who's literally on this podcast right now. Now you're trying to think about people who aren't even on this podcast and what they're thinking. It doesn't
right.
And people are crazy. You don't want to think what everybody thinking. So
you ain't kidding.
You ain't kidding. So, Shawn, let me ask you this. Young readers come from diverse backgrounds. How do you ensure that your comic books are inclusive and representative of all different types of cultures and perspectives?
I just write, and I write whatever I'm feeling, whatever I feel like the characters need to be. I just write it. I'm not in my head so much thinking about that.
Right.
And for me, I'm a Black man. I come from a Black background, have a Black family. And so that's important for me to have. And I have other characters in there as well, just because naturally I just felt like writing other characters. But, first and foremost, I had to make sure that I represented me and where I came from in it.
Right.
And, when I'm going to a lot of the kids I mentor, or, when I'm talking to somebody about potentially buying a book, that is a joy to me when I see, a little Black girl looking at the front of a book and saying, hey, that's me. That's me right there.
Right.
That's one of the biggest joys.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
that's
just write.
an awesome feeling.
Representation, man. Representation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. I can hear my grandsons are in the next room, and I can hear them reading book 4 right now. I can hear them through the wall reading book 4.
That is crazy. Hey, that's crazy. Big blessing. And I'm so glad I got to meet them this last twice in the last month, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm so glad I got to meet them. Cool right there. They're too cool there.
They are so into the series now. They're really loving it.
That's love. That's love.
I kicked my grandkids out because they hood like they pawpaw. They just they outside riding dirt bikes. 8 o'clock at night, they flying up and down the street.
Hey, you gotta get in the jam and jelly. Might keep them in the house.
I don't think so, man. These dudes, man. I can't, man. I try, but I think it's good for them to have a mixed. That time is coming. I have them sit down sooner or later. But them dudes,
that's hilarious.
They acting a fool right now. I would be hollering at them, keep the front wheel down, but it is what it is. So
hilarious.
So as you kind of evolve the characters and evolve the books, like, how are you trying to stay current with what appeals to kids and trying to keep their attentions? Because like Les was talking about, the kids with the bikes and the digital age and everything else, all these other things that are taking kids' attentions. How are you staying current with your topics to keep them engaged?
It's not that much of a challenge for me because I'm a big kid, and
Mhm.
it helps that I'm still around kids a lot to know how they react when I read the stories to them.
Right.
Author visits when I go into schools, they're a big help because I can see, oh, when I say this, the kids go crazy, and when I say
Yeah.
this, it's like a pattern that the kids are excited about. If I say this, maybe this didn't get the reaction I thought it would, but so it's like a trial
Yeah.
kind of thing. But it's not a challenge for me because at the end of the day, I'm operating in the gift I've been given, and
Mhm.
part of that is just having the creativity of a child in a way, childlike
Yeah.
creativity. So I feel like I'll always be in tune with that as long as I stay focused and continue to
Yeah.
work on that gift and use that gift
Yeah.
and not let it go
Absolutely.
dry.
Absolutely. And I love the way you said that, because every single person on the face of this earth has a gift, but most of us are not using that gift to our abilities.
No,
Mhm.
no.
And
Mhm.
you are tapping in to what God presented before you, and you're tapping into that, and you're making a difference. And it's just absolutely beautiful and amazing. And I'm loving watching what you're doing, and
Yeah,
I'm
same
glad
here.
that we
Same
got a
here.
chance to meet you, over this last year, and just kind of watch you continue to grow and blossom, man. It's just been amazing.
Thank you. Thank
It's,
you. I appreciate those words. And we all, like you said, we all have a gift, and some gifts seem crazy. My gift is cartoons and
yeah.
being, I'm a person I'm good with people. That's another gift. Like
Hmm.
I'm good with
Yeah,
people.
Yeah.
awesome.
And, telling somebody I have dreams of working on a cartoon series, making my own cartoon kind of
Right.
company, that sounds crazy. But at the end of the day, that's what I'm supposed to be doing.
Hmm.
Mhm. You
So
got to walk in
everybody
your
else,
you got to walk in your gift,
Yeah.
yeah,
you know. And a lot of people
everybody else's opinion don't matter.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. Your gift is what is all that matters. Should matter.
Which character is your favorite character to this point?
I get asked that question a lot, and I don't have an answer. I wish I had an answer, Russ. I wish I had an answer. I wish.
Yeah.
It's hard because they're all me
Hmm.
in different ways.
Yeah.
I'm taking a piece of myself out and putting it into each character.
Hmm.
But I'm excited. I'm really excited about the next series that's coming soon.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's all. I'm excited. And
I-
your grandkids over there,
yeah.
they'll see soon at the end of book 4,
All right.
But,
Because
All right.
that was kind of where I was going with it next. Is like,
mm,
what's next and when can we expect book 5?
it should be, I want to say around February.
Okay,
Okay.
February.
okay.
Yeah, we're gonna roll
Definitely.
it out.
Definitely will be on the
Birthday
lookout
month,
for that.
Black History Month. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh
you
Absolutely.
yeah.
you born in February too?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, all
You?
right. Yep, I am. I am
Okay.
also. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm the
yeah. Best month of
27th.
the year. The
Yeah,
27th,
yeah.
20th.
Ah, okay. And his
Yeah.
My
wife
wife's
is
the
the
21st.
21st.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
yeah, yep.
Wow. Oh yeah. So you gotta do it in February for
Turn it
sure.
up, baby. Turn
Oh
it
yeah.
up.
Oh yeah. And Jam and Jelly, Jam and Jelly, I'm framing them like the starting point.
Yeah.
They're gonna
Hmm.
be the classic character for Cartoon Junkyard.
Okay.
Yeah.
But with that, other characters and other things will be intertwined around Jam and Jelly.
Hmm.
There you go.
Yeah. Like right now, man, and I have to tell you, my favorite character from the moment I saw it was Icy Slice.
Yeah, yeah.
You- As soon as I saw this, I'm like, oh yeah, that's it right there. I Les,
Yeah.
it's a slice of pizza
Uh-huh.
that's kind of got like a little block of ice on it, like it just came out the freezer.
Yeah.
I love this character.
Who does it remind you of?
It took me back to me in my college days because
Yeah.
it was nothing. You open that leftover pizza box, in the mornings, and you grab that cold pizza and run the class, man.
Russ, you hit it right on the head. That is inspired by, in college, you eat pizza a lot of the times. Pizza watching what your shows, and you put some up to save for the next day because you're already thinking about what you're gonna eat for lunch the next day. They got that frozen pizza.
Yep.
And man, the craziest part, y'all get me excited now. The craziest part is I don't know if you read the book or not, Russ, but Icy Slice transforms by the end of the book to a different character.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's
a hot pocket.
Something like that. Something like that.
We don't want to give it away. We don't want to give it away. Yeah. I just finished book 3, and I'm gonna swipe book 4 for my grandson. So when they go to school tomorrow and read it. So
that's what's up.
Let me know what you think.
Yeah, absolutely, man. This has been tremendous. But let me ask you this. Well, let me ask you, Les.
Yeah, man.
What character would you be? Because we got to get us characters in here. We're gonna have to figure out a way to get us some characters in here. What kind of character would you be, Les?
I don't know, man. If I'd have to think about it, who would I be?
See, I see you as a grapefruit because you're round.
See why I don't like him. Shawn, you see why I don't like That's what I'm talking about right here. You know what I mean? We could get along fine for 40 minutes. And then all of a sudden,
Russ set it up too. Russ set up the whole segue.
Somebody.
He set up the whole segue and questionnaire.
Yeah, he did. He made me think I was doing something great. And,
So if you see a grapefruit in book 5, we know.
He don't like grapefruits, so he ain't doing that.
Yeah, he right about that.
Grapefruit ain't in there.
So, Shawn, tell the Manspace Nation where they can follow you and find more information.
Cartoon Junkyard on all social media at Cartoon Junkyard. Website is www.cartoonjunkyard.com. Shop with me. The main goal is to inspire all ages. It's a blast. You heard it here.
It's been a pleasure having you on the show once again.
Yeah, likewise.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Shawn Beach, make sure you check out cartoonjunkyard.com. Pick up Mission Jam and Jelly. Book 4 is out, and you can actually get books 1, 2, and 3 there on the shop as well. So, Shawn, man, as always, it's been a pleasure, and we look forward to having you on again. Maybe when book 5 comes out, we'll get you on and promote that one.
Definitely. I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, we got to be the first stop, baby. Come on now.
Oh, yeah, you know it. Y'all the first slot for book 4. So, hey, you know how
there it is. There it is.
Absolutely. We'll be back with more of the Manspace podcast right after this break. As we do each week, we like to close the show with just a little bit of inspiration. The word of the week is reinvention. You see, reinvention is a noun. It means the action or the process through which something is changed, so much that it appears to be entirely new. This past week, I got a chance to see the premiere of a documentary featuring some amazing women, to include my wife, and it was called Reinvented to Rise. And I heard story after story of how these women overcame hardships and struggles and had to start over not once, not twice, in some cases 5 times, but they all came out to be a success. And I sat in the theater and I just started writing notes after notes and just getting all these different nuggets from what they were saying. And the last thing I wrote down was, why not me? So, Manspace Nation, I say to you, why not you? You see, there's no time like the present to look at what's failing in your life and start over. See, just like our guest today, Shawn Beach, was telling you his story with writing books, your life is a canvas waiting for your strokes of transformation. So seize the moment to craft your narrative, Manspace Nation.
I know you're not waiting on me to say nothing.
I was waiting on you to say something.
Were you?
Yes, I was.
I can't say it because it was so profound. I had to find some tissue and wipe my eyes.
You were on camera, so the Manspace Nation saw that you weren't wiping your eyes, man. You weren't touched by that moment.
I was like this.
Oh gosh, I don't know why I work with you.
Yes, you do.
Oh my gosh! And on that note, I'm done. I'm going.
We out of here.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Man Space.
Whichever platform you listen to us on, make sure you subscribe and don't miss a show.
Remember to keep up with all the Man Space updates on our website, themanspacepodcast.com.
And you can follow us on Instagram at manspacenat1.
Until next time, Manspace Nation, he's Les, I am Russ, and we are out
of here.